Tighten shoulder blades, shoulders, forward, backward, tense hips. And just doing that kind of resets your body, helps you get in a different state of thinking and feeling. And what I'm teaching is I can have tension and be in control.
For me, that was a huge energy shift. I actually just left the rehab, and that was a huge energy shift. I really just felt it. I'm glad I'm screaming in the car, just me, so it's okay. But I was just thinking, if you're at a place where you want to change and you can't really have any place where you can go scream, can you do that verbal? I mean, in your mind, and just really, because I was just sitting there trying to think if I could do that in my mind and really feel that vibration or that shift change. If you don't have a place where you can really vocalize that out like that, if you really need to do it?
That's a great question. So let's say, here's what I don't want to see. I don't want to see you only do that, right? So if you fall into that, then it's an avoidance of actually like getting it out. But let's say you're around somebody and you really need that state change. Here's what you would do. You can amp up your body energy without voice. You simply shake your body and get it into a state of tension and relaxing. So everybody practice this. So I'll show you first and then we'll practice it. So let's say I'm like, man, I got some stuff inside of me. And I'm like, oh, I don't have time to align or whatever, but I need this state change, right? Maybe I'm listening to something and I don't want to move. Maybe I'm in church or something. Somebody said something. I'm like, ah. And so I'm like, okay, here we go. So if it was me, then I would first off take a nice deep breath. You want to fill. Breath is everything when it comes to energy. So I want to just take a deep inhale, and I want to expand all parts of me, and I want to do that 2-3 times. Then on the third time, I want to just take all of that energy, maybe that's like just depression, or like I've been in a really nasty, like people are just, you work somewhere and they're just like, and it's just, it's like yuck. Then you tense into it. And you tighten all parts of you. Just squeeze into it. Kind of move it, almost like a cat. You know when a cat does his little, you ever seen a cat stretch? He's like, just arcs, kind of like that when you're tensing. Here's a lesson on tensing. So when people tense, they just like tighten, but they don't let their body tense into it in a relaxed state. So when I'm tensing, I actually want to flow into tensing. Okay? So let's say I'm tensing. Here's how not to do it. So this is what most people do when I say tense. They just like tighten without movement, right? Here's the best way to tense, because I'm actually not tense. I'm just rigid. What I want is a flow of tension. Okay? The flow of tension is going to provide the shift. So I'm going to tense everything, tighten, but I'm going to move my body into it. I'm going to let it go where it naturally feels. And what I'm teaching is I can have tension and be in control. That's the lesson I'm teaching my body. But also what it's doing is, as the tension's coming in, it's pressure that you're building. And then, so as you inhale and you're tensing, holding your breath, then you release. And a simple like that it's almost like yelling, like getting it all out and then releasing. Okay, so that's a really, really simple way when you're around a lot of people or something. You just take a couple deep breaths in. So everybody practice it. Couple deep breaths in. And on the inhale, always think 100% in. Anytime I'm inhaling, I think of a bellows and I'm pushing it to the limit in a relaxed state. So not like forced. You don't want to force things. You want to allow things. And then about 30 to 40% out. Okay, 100% in. And then squeeze like a cat. Tension all parts of you. Bring awareness into it. Tighten shoulder blades, shoulders, forward, backward, tense hips, face, And then release. Okay, so pretty cool. And just doing that kind of resets your body, helps you get in a different state of thinking and feeling. Plus, it just makes your body receive a lot more oxygen when you can flow into it and move. So anytime I say tense, always think about flowing into the tension, not tensing into the tension. Like martial arts, when you're in martial arts, it's not a rigid, tense, otherwise you'll die, you'll lose, right? But there are times where there's a lot of tension that happens, but it's a relaxed state of tension. So it's a purposeful tension and then go back to relaxation. And what you're teaching yourself is I'm in control. I have my tension under control. I'm not reactive. I am the winner. I'm going to actually dominate this match. And that helps you just release stuff. Cool? Good. Yeah, big round of applause for that. Thanks for that question. Awesome job. Hey, what's up? I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you would like to learn more about what you just experienced or watched, then in the description, I actually have written a book called The Alignment Effect. And in the book, we go in details of how to align and the power inside of you. So if you'd like to learn how to get results a lot faster and reprogram not just your mind, but your cellular memory, then check out the description and grab that book called Alignment Effect. It will completely alter how you think and live your life. Was it me? No, it was each and every one of you. So we all chose to do that. No one forced you. No one made you. You chose, which is freaking awesome.